still.
Yeah, things are typically overrated for a reason. I know that's a bit of a take, but things don't become overrated by being bad.
Mm-hmm.
They become overrated by having mainstream appeal. And it's edgy to say otherwise, but things don't get mainstream appeal by being unappealing.
Things
Scorbunny
become
is
overrated.
sexier than Lucario.
Scorbunny versus Lucario?
Yeah, Scorbunny is sexier, correct.
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
Really doubtful.
What's the
Scorbunny's
source?
adorable.
What's the end
He's
of
a bunny.
Scorbunny's line? It's the
Cinderace is the last one. Cinderace.
Cinderace. Yeah, Cinderace.
I don't like Cinderace's design.
I like Cinderace.
I don't like his head thing.
Why are we calling it Cinderace? It's Cinderace.
Yeah, Cinderace.
Cinderace.
I like
First,
his
he's a bunny.
slice of American cheese on his face.
Second,
I like the cheese
loves
face.
cheese. Third, soccer player, sexy, twink, perfect.
Mhm.
Doesn't have a giant horn on his chest.
Always a perk. I love it when there's not a giant horn on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a dumb flat face.
Does
I
have a
digress.
dumb flat face.
What do you want all over your chest?
You mean
Cum.
besides like cum?
Wow.
You can't say that on Twitch.
We can say
You can't
whatever
say
we want.
"come" on Twitch.
We can probably say cum on Twitch.
Okay.
I think you can say it as like a verb.
Remember when Sam Reich was like, cum is not a swear?
Did you watch that episode too?
Yeah.
Where come.
Oh, cum. What a mistake. What a terrible mistake.
So
Anyway,
that
it's
was
2024. You
yeah.
can have sex with a bear in Baldur's Gate. We can do anything we want. There are no
Liberals.
rules. God is dead.
True.
Time to start the foot cam.
a foot camp. Not a boot camp.
Oh, boy.
I said foot cam, but I like your joke too.
Oh, okay. I heard foot camp.
I also heard foot camp, yeah.
Uh,
I'm like, what
speak-
is... What?
Speaking of camps, I have a joke, but I don't know if it's one I can say on stream.
Yeah, we're on stream.
Type it.
I mean, follow your heart, but maybe not on stream.
Here's a list of the bad words.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
It's not terrible.
Hey, hurry up and do the intro.
Oh, can I tell
Yeah, tell this joke as the intro.
tell my joke first?
It's your intro. You can do it if you want.
Okay, I'll do the intro. Last episode of Wake of the Fallen Moon, we all went into Jupe's dream world after he finally realized that the thing we were looking for and scrambling to like arrange to get in crunch time for like a session and a half, he just had the whole time.
I had it the whole time.
And then we went into his dream. A couple of us went in first, and we ended up in this weird like boat figment imagination that is the representation of Jupe's imagination. And inside of it, we got to see how he perceives all of us, and it was very mean.
Oh, I forgot about that. Hey, it wasn't that mean. You just had fish eyes. That's not mean.
You made me a freak. You think I sleep in a bathtub?
You do sleep in a bathtub, though, right?
I don't all the time.
Sometimes it's a bucket.
The thing that you should be offended about is he made you very delicious.
Yeah, that too.
Oh, I did do that. You're right.
I'd like to think that that's he's tying into like, oh, I bet if Sheesh were to cook himself, he'd do a great job with it.
Yeah, that's definitely
You know
how you
what?
should interpret that.
Anywho, we eventually figured out there was a little like pipe puzzle thing. We were all stuck in our rooms. We figured out how to get out of our rooms. I fell into the Sea of Stars and lost one of my lives. Some other stuff happened. There's a I'm bad. You picked the wrong guy to do the recap. I know we're about to fight something. I should probably like open Roll20. Somebody else should do that.
I thought this was great. I thought you got most of the important points.
Hey, you did a great job.
Thanks.
Now you can tell your joke. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
So you know how they have like sleepaway camps for fat kids?
Yeah.
I think it would be really nice and helpful if they had those for people who had like ADHD and stuff too, like help them focus during the summer and stuff.
Honestly, big
Oh,
agree.
oh.
I think Chris knows where this is going,
Is
Oh.
this?
and I think we should call them concentration camps. Good night,
I
everybody.
See, I see. Anyway,
It wasn't that bad.
no, it could have been worse.
Yeah. Biscuit, I'm sorry.
Should be.
He's calling the cops as it is.
He's calling the police right now.
I deserve it.
So yeah, last we left off is we're about to fight a big old serpent thing. You guys have found a ship kind of floating through the sea as you guys were kind of heading deeper into Jupiter's dreamscape. You found that the ship itself had been kind of like the sails had been kind of shredded into these long ribbons that were kind of trailing around across the deck of the ship. And as you guys started to approach, they started to kind of move and encompass the ship and eventually crushed it, breaking it up into several pieces. Before, out of the blackness of space, this massive sea serpent, also kind of wrapped in these rags and bandages, surfaced and has begun to attack you.
Two small
Okay.
notes. Alistair is not dead. He's just doing some stuff. He might be able to hop in for a little while, but probably not. And
True.
two, probably going to be a short session.
Also true. Also quite a short session. And a combat session, so anybody who doesn't like combat can leave.
What?
Goodbye.
Or, leave and come watch the VOD on like 2 times speed or something.
Or just, like, go do some dishes or make some dinner or something while you listen in.
Yeah.
You don't need to be here watching us move our tokens around once every 20 minutes. You
Do
can
some
still enjoy
chores.
it.
Be an adult.
That vacuuming.
We're
is-
sorry we
hey,
don't call out our roles.
Hey, look at you right now in the corner of your living room. That spot right there. When was the last time you dusted? You should-
Oh,
And I know your lawn needs to be mowed. Just saying.
actually, I think our lawn is good. Dash is a saint. But I do need to clean the office. It's gross.
We have a live-in saint.
We do. We have a live-in saint.
All right, listen. If you're hearing
Kicking
this, I'm
things
talking
off.
to you. Call your mom.
True.
Go ahead.
Hey, Ma! Love you!
Hey, Mom! This twink on the internet told me to say what's up.
Okay, she knows I love her.
Kicking things off, we have Kohaku.
Whoa. The heck am I supposed to do in this situation? I'm gonna pop over here. Pop. We'll do a little run.
Boy, this thing is big.
Be big.
Yeah, it's not actually like... The reason the token is so big is because it's very long. It's not
yeah.
actually very, like, it's still, like, a decent size in diameter, but it's mostly just length.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Do I use my last fighting spirit on this?
Sure.
You might crit and get it back.
I feel like I should. Where's my freaking fighting spirit button? I clicked it.
Ta-da!
Take that down.
Can I just copy this? No, okay.
$27, $21.
27 and 21 are definitely both hits.
We may wish to sort initiative. I only noticed because I rolled a 9 and I should not be that high.
You're right. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Bad DM.
No, you're a great DM.
And you're beautiful, too.
Thanks,
You
man.
got sweet.
Smart. Really smart, too.
And I love you.
Oh, I love you guys.
Hey, only I said it.
I love you extra special.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Physically.
We don't want to take it from you, Philo.
Yeah, back off.
Hear that? Feck off.
That's me. That's movement, standard, and bonus.
All right, no action surge.
In Kanyama.
Oh, I'm sitting on a. Oh, you know what? Think straight. That's a great idea. I'll go ahead. There's my crit.
Hey.
Hey,
Thank you, Dre. He got his thing back.
What a stand-up chap.
That's a huge fucking hit. You begin tearing into this thing. The 7 heavenly winds cutting through the tattered rags, revealing this. It doesn't even seem to be flesh beneath it, so much as just this like inky gel that's kind of like an amorphous goo.
Retroactively, I understand that it's too late now, but what we should have done is you should have had Feck rewrite all of our character sheets from memory, and that's what we've got.
that would have been fun.
There was a world where I did have like custom sheets for everybody, but then
It's
I
too
was
much
like,
work.
I was like, that's too much work for me to make, and then for you guys to have to then learn and play.
Will we be like people from his past?
I was mostly gonna just like reimagine you guys through Jupe's lens.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why does Jupiter think I have 18 attacks around?
True.
Jupiter thinks I do nothing.
That's not
So
true.
small.
You do a
Just
ton of
in the
damage. I think you do a ton of damage and then you immediately run off and die, is what Jupiter thinks.
When has that ever happened?
Like 3 separate occasions.
Yeah,
Less about running off and dying and more of like being ruined by a boss in the very last moment.
Okay.
well, that brings us to Shishka.
Oh boy.
Turns out it happens a lot.
A little bit.
Glass cannon.
I'm not as fast as Kohaku.
You can shoot it from where you are with
Yeah.
a longbow.
I'm just a wee fish.
Can you swim? Oh, you can't swim in this. You'd be so good here if you could swim in it.
Maybe I could just like if I stay on top of the water, it'll be fine. But I'm not gonna risk it. Can I climb up on top of this like top deck part of the ship? Just to get a better shot?
You'd have to give me an athletics check. Just to jump and like grab onto it.
Yeah. Otherwise, you'd have to
Quite,
like.
quite the short guy.
Believe in yourself. You can do it if you believe.
Anyone who's ever failed just didn't believe.
I don't need to believe in myself, I need Jupiter to believe in me. Isn't that how this works?
This is the dream world. You can manifest what you believe, but you have to believe.
Ready and one and set and go!
It takes all of your movement, but you are able to kind of like scramble up onto the edge.
Okay.
You did it. You believed.
I'd imagine I do spend like 4 seconds just do it. Like, you know that thing where like a cat jumps up on top of a thing and they only get their front paws up there and then they just like scramble for a little bit?
Yup.
Yeah, I do that.
Love that.
And then I'll shoot it a couple times. Actually, bonus action, I'm gonna mark it. I remember how my class worked. And these are at advantage. It hasn't acted yet.
Ooh.
Does the 18 still hit?
18 does hit.
And then here is one more with the extra d8 of damage.
Nice.
Hit. Okay.
Right.
So extra d8 of damage, and then I'm going to roll you 4d6 for the hunter's mark.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Ah.
That's 4.
I beefed it. Oh, good shit.
You really beefed it.
Yeah.
Damn.
You also
That's
said 4d6, but that's only 3d6.
Oh right.
Should only be 3.
No, it should be 4.
Yeah, with sneak attack.
3 d6 for each of the hunter's marks, and I get the sneak attack on one
Mhm.
of those two.
I don't think
One
you
extra
get
D6.
sneak attack.
I don't get sneak attack.
Why not?
I have
I don't know.
advantage.
Because you'll kill it real fast.
There you go.
Is it undead or a fiend?
Definitely not.
The least sneaky sneak attack, just for you.
Pretty much anything that you guys encounter here is going to be Fey.
Oh,
That makes a lot of
no one.
sense.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, that will bring us to Nkanyampa. And you can see the wide mouth opens up, and swarming out of it come dozens and dozens of small fish and eels and other little biting sea creatures.
Oh no. It's a mother.
This is how Jupiter thinks baby are formed.
You got me.
And then it is going to a slither on this way, and then the kind of like rag like appendages coming off of it are gonna lash out. 1 at Sheesh and then 2 at Kohaku.
Ooh.
18 on Kohaku.
Or sheesh.
26 was on Sheesh. 18 and 12 on Kohaku, which I think both miss.
Correct. Well, hang on. I didn't do an unarmed attack last round. Stand by.
Standing by.
Nope, still miss.
Damn. I need Sheesh to make a con save.
You gonna be swallowed or poisoned?
Neither. And she should take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, I was cleaning up a cabinet. Ah!
That, I believe, is the end of its turn, which brings us to Nara.
Let's see. He's gonna try and jump here. It's like a 20-foot jump.
Yeah. Looks like that.
Athletics.
Maybe 15 if you're just trying to, like, grab the ledge.
Okay, it was DC 15.
Yeah, Nara, you leap forward, trying to grasp onto the ledge, and then you just narrowly miss it, and you feel yourself like plunge into this water, but there's no buoyancy, and you begin to fall.
Immediately, as soon as I miss the edge, he's gonna panic and try and use his bonus action to shift.
Oh, you do that
Okay.
first.
Oh, right. The bonus action is the athletics check, right?
No.
Yeah, you manage to shift in that final moment, break out the wings, and kind of catch yourself. You can fly back up.
Yeah. It's just so tiring getting into this form. I was trying to avoid it.
We're gonna try and rest as soon as we get away from this.
All right. Something in 15 feet because I missed it, and then like 5 feet down because I was falling. It's like, was it like maybe 20 feet of movement I used?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. Then I'll go over here. And then shoot with bow and arrow. Big guy.
Perfect. And 22 both hit. 24 points of damage.
Then I'll have Nico dash over here. And that's that.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to Stein.
Jupiter.
Yeah.
What is that thing?
That is the Inkanyamba. I slew it, I think.
Oh, then you're the best at killing it. How would you go about killing a creature like that?
Oh, I would call for help.
Okay. It's okay for help.
Stab it through the head.
A question. If I stand here, is it within range?
Yes.
It's a big creature. Oh yeah, its fucking health is all the way here. Yeah, I think because my strength is above 5, I can make this jump quite easily. So he like runs here. Reed definitely goes here. When he's over here, he throws the ring blade twice. 22 for 13. 25 for 15.
Okay. Both of those are hits.
And then he gets right up next to it. And flurry of blows. As these very cyan-colored serpentine shapes travel up his one arm and spark with electricity, kind of like electric eels. He's gonna attempt a lightning attack on. He's only ever heard of electric eels.
What if lightning was a fish?
Maybe. 1 and 2. And because he punched it, it can't attack of opportunity if he moves back. Let me just... Here. Nope, this is exactly as far as I could go. It's 60 feet.
You guys do need to roll under a 10 at some point during this week.
No.
Jupe believes in us.
That will bring us to Jupiter.
Jupe thinks you guys are the coolest things he's ever seen. Well, I'm all the way over here. Can I move this ship? Can I steer this ship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't do it on the map because I didn't make a token like I should have.
That's
But
fair.
You wanna Ursula this bitch?
That is kind of fun, but also I have a gun.
It's sure you have a gun.
Can I bonus action steer this ship? How's this work?
I would say, given your given your nature and presence in this world, you could absolutely make a steering check as a bonus action.
Love that. Then yeah, I just try to pull it up next to the ship so that we can get to a better place. I'll kind of pull it over here so that hopefully the Inkinyama can't actually get to it. Is that just a sailing check?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a sailing check, and on a DC 15, you can move the ship up to half your speed, and on 20, you can move it up to your full speed.
Love that, love that. Let's go. Jupiter! Jupiter!
Oh
He's
yeah, who
nervous.
gets inspiration this morning?
Jupiter can have inspiration.
Who was here first? Yeah, with me and Dash.
Frisk, you can have inspiration for the "Is this real?" No comment. And who else? Twitch, you guys can vote on the last one because I can't decide.
I vote for Dash because he helped
Lamont
me this
Delon.
morning and
Yeah.
mows the lawn. Yeah.
Okay, Dash can have the inspiration.
Do you want to use your inspiration there?
Oh, I sure don't. That would be it. No thanks. I'm good. But I will fire my cork gun as my main action. I don't. It doesn't have a range listed. I'm guessing it's probably like. I have no idea. I don't know what the range is.
The cork
I
gun is
believe
if you
it should
believe it
be-
hits.
I think it should be 3090.
3090. Oh, I think I'm gonna be just out of short range, which sucks. Oh, never mind. I'm way
Double.
out of short range.
This is not 30 feet.
I just woke up. Anyway, disadvantage. Here we go. Which means there's no sneak, which means I'm wasting my life. Oh, that's a shame. That's a good ass roll too.
22 hits.
22 for 5.
Sorry about your lack of sneak.
It's okay. Jupiter's just trying so hard to look cool, and he's fucking up extremely basic checks.
I'll tell you, I'll just remind you that you can aim.
Oh, I could have, yeah, but I tried to use the bonus action to move the ship.
Yeah, just a reminder.
Yep.
Just in case next time.
That's me.
Yeah. I mean, you still fire and hit this thing, and you do see a little bit of a plink of this ichor coming out of it.
Perfect.
That'll bring us to all the other fishies.
But not me.
They're going to start swarming everybody. Each of them is going to make 2 attacks. First one's going to go on Sheesh. Both miss. And these 2 are going to go on Stein.
Uh, 21 misses. AC's 22.
And 2 are going to go after Kohaku. For 21-25. Kohaku?
Yeah.
It's 21 or 25 hit?
I assumed I didn't understand which dice meant what, and then I assumed that if it hit me, you would ask. So it does hit, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, 21 hits too.
On the 21, that is 8 points of piercing damage. And 12 points on the second.
Oof.
You already
Hey. Reduce it by 9. He's helpful.
He goes swats at it with his tail.
And then this one's gonna go after Nico.
Uh, 21 hit.
For 8 points of damage on Nico. The last two, we're gonna go after Nara. This is 18 hit.
AC is 19.
Perfect.
Good 19.
So 6 on one of the hits, 12 on the other, and Alexley 8 on the final one. So 26 damage total.
These fish sure are nibbling.
That is all of the fish, which will bring us to Kohaku.
Let's see. I want to hit the boss. Oh, the boss is low. Yeah, let's hit the boss.
Ma'am.
Yeah. Worst attack there is 23.
All those hit. It is looking quite low.
Yes.
As you
I have
guys,
plenty of key. I could flurry, but you're supposed to announce flurry before you roll your bonus action.
Yeah.
as you begin to cut away at this thing, and the bandages begin to fall away, you start to see the face of this thing starts to take a bit more of a shape. It starts to appear almost like vaguely skeletal. Like it's got this kind of amorphous goo-like consistency, but it's almost got a like sunken skull kind of appearance beneath the bandages.
Would you describe his head as roly-poly?
No, I would describe it more as tabaxi-ish.
Okay.
And that will bring us to Sheesh.
Hey, what's that skull on me mean?
Who knows, man?
Okay.
It's rather frightening.
Yeah, I don't like. But Sheesh doesn't see a skull on. He sees some fish coming over to piss him off.
Fish him off.
I'm gonna try to fight some of these fish.
Hell yeah.
There it is.
Which one are you hitting?
I'm hitting the one right above Snipe.
Okay.
Sorry, I should have said that before I started rolling, I guess.
Are you okay up there?
I'm doing alright. And then, because that
Good.
was a crit, that guy and I think the boss also take some cold damage.
Yeah.
Sweet.
How much?
I believe it's just a d6, but let me pull up the card.
Frostbite.
Equal to proficiency bonus clock.
Clock. So 5? Oh no, not 5. We are, think 4? 3?
Yeah. So they both take 4 cold damage.
Perfect.
And then Hunter's Mark, it's just like if I attack them, right? It's not every time I do damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just like
attack.
attacks.
Then bonus action, I'm just gonna swing on that fish again. With the Metzalun.
Heal that fish. Good damage.
Get out of here, fish.
You also get a sneak attack on him.
Oh yeah, I do. Not a 1.
Is that enough? Oh no!
It had 20
Ah.
points.
Oh.
What a damn I don't think I have any way to do any more damage to it.
Damn.
It doesn't also take the cold damage, does it?
Now the card says it just.
Just the surrounding enemies.
Let me reread it again just to be sure.
Might kill one fish.
Sharing its feelings. It worked before.
When you critically hit a creature with an attack using this weapon, each creature of your choice within 5 feet of the target.
Okay. Oh, within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah. So I don't think it does. So that's
I mean, it is within,
It's within
5 feet,
5 feet of
of
the
itself.
target. Yeah.
it's within 5 feet of itself.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah.
It's,
Slap
yeah.
slap some cold on it.
there you go. 4 straight up damage.
In most cases, whenever a card says like a creature within 5 feet, it includes itself.
Cool,
Okay.
cool.
So I like touch spells can affect yourself.
Yeah,
God.
that makes sense.
I got
The
one,
thing!
guys. And I will be right back, but I'm listening.
Perfect. That'll bring us to Ginyampa. Yeah, it's going to do a couple of tentacle attacks. These are going to be on one on Stein, one on Kohaku, and one on Nico.
Miss.
17, 16, 24. So I think that only hits Nico.
It's a critical miss.
Damn.
Fucking got him.
So 15 points on Nico, and he needs to make a con save.
Oh no.
DC 14.
Wait, did I go through? Hold on. Nico.
Nico
Okay.
is totally fine. And that brings us to you, Nara.
Nara.
So I think this thing's health bar is like joined up with this fish's, I think, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Let's
he's
make
real
sure.
low.
Alright. With both these fishes by my side.
Yeah. It'll
Shut
give you disadvantage.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you have a crossbow expert?
No. I've got
Oh,
sharpshooter. You know what?
You can shoot with disadvantage.
Yeah. I shoot with disadvantage. I believe.
Those hit.
Unfortunately, 16 just misses.
No.
Yeah, it's AC 17.
7 near like biting half my face, and then the other one like biting my arm as I'm like doing the bow.
Please, stop it.
Nico's gonna attack this guy.
Eleven also misses by 1.
Oh.
Damn.
Struggle's real. Alright, that's Nara.
That'll bring us to Stein.
Oh, goodness. What shall we do? I don't have a bonus action thing I can do. I'm going to use a bonus action. Oh, no, I'm going to use a main action to do the help and give Jupe advantage.
Thank you.
This is your monster to kill.
Are you helping me attack or sail?
I can only help you attack.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I have no idea how you would help me sail.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna help you sail all the way over here.
I just woke up. That's a very reasonable response.
I'd probably take out my like chain sickle and hook it into one of its gills, and pull a little.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fun. I like that.
Distracting it. That just takes an action, and that gives him advantage on his first attack on it. I think he only has one attack anyway.
Yeah.
But you can sail and get closer if you want. Alistair.
That'll bring us to Jupiter.
All right. First of all, try my bonus action to get closer. See if I can roll better than a 2. Hey, there we go. That's a little better. That'll get me 30 feet closer. This away. Which puts me just within range. So advantage thanks to Stein. Kapow! Oh, that's a crit for 0 additional crit damage. Hang on. I didn't make this one. Don't yell at me. There we go. Oh, goddamn, Jupe. Goddamn, Jupe.
You had it in you!
Is this what having sneak attack feels like?
You fully. What does it look like?
I imagine that because we're in kind of like a weird dreamscape. What it looks like is that this thing kind of like leans down to attack Kohaku or Stein or somebody that's... Oh, no, wait. Stein was dragging the gill. So Stein grabs the gill and kind of yanks it so its head tilts so that the top of its head, where it was stabbed in real life, is shown to Jupe. And he sees like an old wound that is already there, and he just fires the cork gun straight into that existing wound.
For 40 fucking
For
damage.
40 points of damage. Hell yeah.
You deal 40 points of damage to this thing. It drops the ropes and kind of bandages that have been wrapped around it.
Oh, shit.
Fully get torn away from it. And as it begins to collapse, you start to see the kind of like inky flesh that this thing has starts to take on a more solid appearance.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Phase 2.
It appears to have gotten a little bit smaller as the bandages have been torn away from it, but it has this long serpentine-like body, but the face is almost partially skeletal. The mouth in particular is fully exposed, revealing all of the teeth, though importantly 4 of the teeth are missing.
Oh, damn.
Is that you? Is that supposed to be you out of character?
I don't know.
Out of character?
I bet you guys could give me an insight check.
I've seen his teeth. He's got impeccable toothbrushery. Let's see, inside.
Doesn't floss though.
Is flossing even been invented?
I don't know if flossing is a thing. If it is a thing, he probably flosses meticulously.
That's why they're falling out.
It looks to Stein, you haven't seen this person before, but they have some. It's hard to tell because like so much of it is just like skeletal at this point, but the little bits of like shape that you can't see does have a feminine appearance, reminiscent of Juno and Jupiter.
Oh.
There's some
makes a lot of
family
sense.
resemblance there. And Jupiter, you recognize this as Zakaraka.
Yup.
Your mama.
Or not really Zakaraka, but as
Something about her, yeah.
a twisted interpretation. And that brings us to the little fishies. They're gonna do some swings. This one's going to pull away from Kohaku and Nico, so Kohaku and Nico can both take attacks of opportunity. Or, Nico already used his reaction, so Kohaku can take an attack of opportunity if he wishes.
18.
For 18, which absolutely hits for 15. And then these are going to take some swings.
The crit.
Uh-oh.
Crit is 9 points of damage on Sheesh.
Oh, sheesh.
And 15 on the regular hit. Assuming that 18 hits Sheesh. And 21 on Stein.
Misses.
A crit
That
and
crit hits.
25 on Kohaku.
Boy.
Oh, I thought it was a me. Oh, 15 and
15 and 15 on Kohaku.
what?
I think Diego hasn't used his reaction yet. It was a new turn.
It has been your
Oh.
turn, so you can, I guess, one of them.
Oh yeah, he totally got it.
Reduces 11. One of them by 11.
Yeah. So that
Assuming
is
the first one.
only 19 points of damage.
Barely up.
Ooh.
You bought him a turn, Nico.
And then this one's going to attack Nico. For 10 on Nico. And then 12 points of damage on Nara. And last but not least, 2 misses on Jude.
Blast.
Now we'll bring us to the top of the round with Kohaku.
Oh
Let
boy.
me get this little fish boy next to me with one of these. Oh, crit.
Hell yeah.
Hell, oh my
Hell
god.
yeah.
Calm down.
Needed
Sure.
this.
Guys, if you scroll up, like, 5 of the past 7 rolls have been nat 20s. Not counting Drake's. But also, Drake got a couple of nat 20s in there, too, actually.
Yeah.
One fishy down.
One of the fishies down.
I am gonna.
You have a bonus. Do you have, yeah, there it is. 11.
There we go. Now I'm done.
We will definitely need a place to rest after this.
Alright,
Sheesh.
anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Sheesh. He was eaten by his clock, so
It fell on him. Can't get up. Nara.
that'll bring us to Akraka.
Oh,
Akiyama.
Akraka.
She's our friend, and she's going to help us.
But her border is so red that usually it means bad guy.
She's our friend, and she's going to help us.
I hope so.
She's from the government.
Boy, what'd she do? What'd she do here?
help her baby?
I think what she do. She rears back and is going to. Fly it this way.
Oh no, it's a breath weapon. No.
Oh boy.
Healing spray.
Yeah. Need Nico, Kohaku, Jupiter, and this one fishy.
To regain
make
60 HP.
dexterity save.
Oh.
I'm just gonna jump out of the way.
Nice.
You really should not have given me that.
Oh no.
It's busted. It's busted.
Oh no.
It makes a lot of sense that Jupe would fail this.
She's still got concentration. Before I finish this, actually, just in case, Sheesh, it is your turn.
I imagine I probably would have just tried to finish this, take out this fish up here anyway. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll see how that goes.
Perfect.
Best of luck. 18, 29.
18, 29, both hit.
And then I did kind of miss the description. What the fuck is this thing?
All the bandages have been pulled away, and it's revealed sort of a face that is kind of like a tabaxi skull. There's a little bit of flesh that kind of has a family resemblance to Jupiter and Juno, but there's skeletal portion, particularly the jaw and like teeth, are all exposed. And you can see that there are 4 teeth that are missing.
Is it still serpentine?
Yeah, it's
Or-
like
oh,
a
yeah.
tabaxi head on sort of like an eel-like body.
Is
Okay,
this
I kind
for-
of pictured.
For what it's worth, Jupiter is not far behind you at this point, and when he sees this, he fails the dex saving throw because he is standing there stunned. And it's like, Mom?
Is this do I technically still have Hunter's Mark on this?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's what my bonus action was going to be if I didn't. So instead, I'll just swing at this fish. Once more with feeling.
Yeah, it's
Hunter.
effectively just these
Second
two.
thing. Yeah. Did it do it?
That does it.
I'm the big fish around here.
Nico and Jupiter both take 21 points of necrotic damage.
Ow. Do I have evasion? I might.
I think you do.
Praise be,
We
I
have-
do.
We have to 10.
And then these Hishis.
We got rid of the fishy. Oh, Nico!
You guys do watch Nico and the fish, but not Jupiter. As they drop to 0 hit points from this breath weapon, they begin to have that nightmare where all of your teeth fall out.
Oh.
Nico's just jaw kind of opens up, and then blood pours out of his mouth, and a bunch of teeth fall out. And these fish do the same thing.
Oh.
No.
That is its turn, which brings us to Nara.
Run over there, but these 2 bastards.
We've got him. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll try and focus on this guy. Look,
Alrighty.
drops his bow.
$14 and $19 both hit.
Let's move here then.
Perfect. That will bring us to Stein.
Chef, you got him or do I?
I can just barely reach him from here. I might have to jump down either way, though.
All right. You're better at range stuff than I am. I'll try and get him. With Sun Convalescence. The 60 range. So it's a bonus action. Nico regains 7 HP.
Wish my healing spells had a 60-foot range.
They do. Your healing word does.
Yeah, I guess that one does, huh?
Get those teeth back in you, friend. Let me just eat them again. I don't know how you get those back. In the main action, I'm gonna attack this fish. Just unarmed karate chops.
Both of those hit.
Don't think I can deal extra damage, so that's it. He does go over to Jupe. And he looks over at Jupe. And he says, Jupiter, listen to me. This is a nightmare. That's not really your mother, that's the pull of her death upon you. You have to help her find peace. You have to find peace.
Jupiter's absolutely listening, but kind of, I think what you see is that he is, like, wounded badly from what just happened. And a combination of what you're saying and also just, oh shit, I'm scared to death. He's, like, pointing the gun. Like, it doesn't look like he is...
Yeah.
He's ready to attack. He's freaking out, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna move closer. The fish can't attack because I punched him, thanks to mobility. Stand over here. That's my turn. See if I got closer to everyone.
Alrighty. That will bring us to Jupiter.
Boy. Yeah, Is there stuff that I could theoretically hide around here? Is there, like, a below deck that I can duck under for cover?
Yeah.
Cool. Then I think I'd just use my main action to... Oh boy, oh boy, I don't have sneak. I think it's what he would do. It's shitty, but I think it's what he would do. Well, hang on a second. I'm going to try this, because he's trying to look cool in front of the heroes. Yeah, okay. He's actually going to turn and fire the gun at the fish over by Nico.
Do you want to aim?
No, because I have to hide afterwards.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 absolutely hits.
22, or sorry, 19. And then he, like, drops down behind some of this wreckage or below deck and will hide.
And gain cover too. Not bad.
Yeah.
Alright, give me a stealth check. Great.
Where'd he go? I don't know where he went.
I think I'm still visible to you. I'm, like, right
No.
across the gap from
He's
you.
still doing that thing where a kid hides behind like a fire hydrant, and I have to pretend he's missing now.
He's like, I think I'm like 8 or 9. He's not, I don't know. He's old enough to know he's being patronized, and he does kind of give you a look.
I don't know how old you actually described yourself as. It's like you're like 8 or 9. That makes sense. This would have worked on me when I was 9.
True. I like to think
just
maybe Stein
appreciate-
just doesn't, or Stein doesn't know how old Tabaxi look.
Yeah.
This fish is gonna try bite Stein.
Yeah. That hits. 26 hits.
10 points piercing
Ooh.
damage. This one's
10
gonna
fishing damage.
try and finish off Nico.
No.
12.
Probably miss.
Down again.
Oh,
wait.
that's a hit. Oh no, that's
Yeah,
damage.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah, it's
So,
down again. He was up for giving you a sneak attack.
He's tub thumping.
More
And
teeth.
These two are gonna try and keep going after Nara. Which I think maybe the 18 hits.
Nope. AC 19.
Damn. They keep going after Nara and can't make any progress. So that brings us to Kohaku.
All right. All right.
Oh, what?
Save Nara. Yeah.
21 absolutely hits.
Fantastic. 11 on that boy. Oh, I was just going to run past him, but actually we'll go ahead and give him, we'll do a little finisher there. Pop down here.
Bam.
Yeah, that's me.
Perfect. Running past, do a roundhouse kick to this one fish, caving its skull in, and get to Nara's side. Next, will bring us to Sheesh.
It's me. Okay, first order of business. Run over there. Misty Step. Bonus action. I can't cast another spell, right? Even if it's a main action.
You do a main action cantrip, but that's it.
Yeah. I think she had reactions.
Alright, I'll get him next turn.
Yeah, if you want to take care of the fish, I can get him.
Could I hit Bony Face Mom from there?
No, you'd have to be one step north.
Bunny mom.
Like off the boat?
No,
Okay, kinda looks like it's off the boat.
right there.
Oh, that would hit her. Okay. I was pointing at this square. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
This
she-
is-
okay, yeah, she
this
takes
is
up
her
all
square.
this.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I was looking
Yeah.
at more of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
anywhere
deceptive.
on the railing will be good. Just if you're trying to stay next to Nico, you could be on any of the 3 northern squares of him.
Yeah, yeah. We'll do that then. And I will attack her a couple of times. Hopefully Jupiter is looking away. Or maybe he needs to see
He's-
this. I don't, I'm not a therapist.
I don't think he is either. Don't worry.
Both
Wait.
those-
That's wrong. Ignore that 11. I did a D26 instead of 2D6. Sorry,
Oh.
sometimes my fingers get a little dyslexic.
It's a-
There's the Hunter's Mark, and bonus action was already to poof over here, so that's me.
Perfect. That'll bring us to Akaraka Bob.
Hi, please don't try to eat me.
She might try to eat you.
No. She ain't even got no teeth.
Rude.
She's only missing 4.
Yeah, we're gonna start with this. Well, that sucks. I assume that misses Sheesh.
Yeah, that's like the one thing you could roll that would miss me.
She gives you a love bite.
She gums me a little bit.
It's gonna come
Oh my gosh.
swimming over this way towards Stein. She does pull away from you, so if you want to take opportunity, you may.
Yeah, why not? Probably a minute.
15 does miss. And then she's going to
Ooh.
bite Stein.
For grit. Yeah, that's.
Ouch.
Mace? Mace?
Jaw opens up wide, Stein, and you have a sudden flashback in memory of the last time something large bit you and crushed your clavicle and half of your ribs.
Oh gosh. Oh. Just screams.
That is its turn, which brings us to Nara.
Gonna keep on wailing on this one dang fish.
Yeah, I believe in you.
Uh, 13 and 19 both hit.
Forget your bonus attack.
And that is enough to finish that one off.
Sweet. Actually,
You can use your bonus attack on the one behind you.
I hate to be the one that never remembers the rules, but I don't think I get a bonus attack with my bonus action.
Yeah.
You're
Both-
dual wielding.
Yeah, as long as you're with your melee weapons.
Yeah.
Jesus. I know that this entire time.
Hell yeah.
You did. You just forgot.
I think a lot of the time you also use it for Nico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make Nico
Because
bite.
Nico eats up your bonus action a lot of the time.
We have to sacrifice Nico like now for you to remember your other abilities. See? Look at
Damn.
that.
God damn.
Yeah.
Whip around, plunge the ancestral blades into this fish, leaving a grievous wound on it.
Blam.
Okay.
That is almost all the fish dead.
Fish dead.
That will bring us to Stein.
Oh boy. I'm gonna. Can I see Nico from here?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think she's blocking it.
It's
And
mostly
then there's the
that-
ship.
Yeah, it's mostly that he's on the upper level.
Yeah. I'm going to. This is gonna provoke an attack of opportunity. I'm going to attempt to climb her with an action
Okay.
versus her acrobatics.
Well, can't beat that. So you managed to climb up on top of this thing.
I enter a square and I kind of run up. She's difficult terrain to me, and I run up on top of her head and kind of cling to something there. I don't know, folds of skin or something.
Yeah.
That's my action. Bonus action, another sudden convalescence. And this looks like, he grabs a light green shard of glass and crushes it in his hand. Becomes light, and it goes over to Nico, healing him for 8 max.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And that's all the magic I have in my entire body gone.
That'll bring us to Jupiter.
It's me. Alright, I'm gonna pop out and fire.
Yeah.
Was I successfully hidden? I think.
Yes, almost certainly. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, the fish could attack of opportunity me if it wanted.
That is true.
23
He crits and kills me.
for 20.
$23 absolutely hits for 20.
Double checking a thing.
And that hits. They don't have sentinel or anything, do they?
No.
still have damage. Ow.
And then I'm going to use my movement to just try to find a new hiding spot somewhere deeper in here and hide again.
All right. There's plenty of broken debris and other bits of like wood and crates and other things that you're able to kind of get some kind of hide behind.
Groovy. Jupe is doing what he can to stay safe and stay alive, which means running off on his own and hiding.
Nice.
Perfect. That'll bring us to the remaining fishes.
Does it climb her too? She's difficult to raid. I don't know if this helps.
No, they're fully like swimming through the air.
Oh, damn it. Here it comes. Help. 22 hits.
No.
Oh my god, I'm unconscious. Yeah, conscious. I don't think I have any way to reduce that.
Perfect. Do that in just a moment.
Think I fall off? I
this
don't
one
know
is
how
gonna
this works.
Go after Goku. 21 on Goku? Which I think misses because you used your
Yes.
bonus action. Yeah. Or made an unarmed strike. You guys watch this. One of these fishes comes in, bites Stein in the throat, and Stein just vanishes.
What?
Huh.
That will bring us to Kohaku.
Where did Stein go? I guess let's attack this little fish.
That will finish that one off.
And I'll pop over here and squeeze off a range shot at the other little fish.
That will also finish the job.
13 hits?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're fish.
Wow.
On these little guys,
That's
yeah. Did 12 AC.
That's me.
Not just the big
Alright.
fish left.
That'll bring us to Sheesh.
Bring back our precious little lizard boy. And I'll shoot her. A couple times. Actually, I can just run up and stab.
Uh, 26 and 26 both hit.
A little bit of hunter's mark.
Perfect.
As a treat.
As a treat. A treat that comes just in time. This thing is going to attempt to grab you. Sheesh.
Don't do that.
Take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and this thing wraps its eel-like body around you, constricting you. You're grappled and restrained by it.
Hey, stop that.
It comes swimming forward, and it is going to take a bite at Kohaku.
Nope.
Missing. And that will bring us
Nice.
to Nara.
Let Sheesh go.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
damn. All of those hit.
I think Nico is within its range, right?
Yes.
Crap. And Nico is gonna scooch.
I don't think Nico can move unless you command him, but you could use a reaction to make it fiery.
Well, before that, how would you like to do this?
Oh God!
Oh.
Damn!
At 29 hit points.
Wow!
I mean, Nara's actually thinking that he wants Jupe to finish it. So he
You want the man to kill his own mother? Okay.
Pull a punch right at the end.
Closure is important.
yeah, right at the end he'll like seeing it like sway and look like it's on death's doorstep. He'll like hold back a little bit. If possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So you hold back. That conveniently jumps right to Jupiter.
All right. He will try to run over, poke his head out, take a shot.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah,
this
that
thing
one.
through the grate. You are hidden. You have advantage.
You're so small.
Oh, I forgot to do the sneak, but that's fine. I think that's plenty.
Yeah. Roll the sneak just for fun.
You gain 13 extra HP. Or XP to level up.
How would you like to do this?
Boy. He's like having a little weird horror scene movie down there where he's hiding in the dark and this thing is crawling around. He eventually musters up the courage to pop out and take another shot. And he takes it and he fires, and eventually this thing kind of clatters to the ground. But he's like oddly detached. He's oddly detached in a way that you guys are used to from adult Jupe, but have not yet seen from this Jupe. And he's just kind of sitting there, like, a little speechless, a little shaken, and eventually kind of lowers the gun to his side.
She feel the muscles all slacken around you, and the thing drops, and its body sinks into the kind of like starry ocean beneath, and kind of like starts to disappear as if it is sinking beneath some kind of a surface, eventually vanishing from sight.
Well, there goes Stein.
Yeah, where's Stein? Or like frantically looks around when everything's disappearing.
If you die in the dream, you die for real.
You guys see no sign of Stein.
Where'd he go?
I'm not sure.
You might be the only one who can find him, Jupiter.
I start
You're a
looking.
real hero. You saved our lives.
His ear twitches. I think he gets kicked into action a little bit and starts like looking over the railing and calling out. What was his name?
Stein.
He just starts calling.
You guys see no sign of it.
Marco. Marco.
Oh, fuck.
I'll leave oxen free. Huh.
Did the fish eat him?
Go over there and I start like digging around through its rib. If there's anything left.
It does not seem to be. And you all saw like one of the little fish bite Stein, and then he just kind of blipped out.
Well, shit.
Jupiter, where
Yeah.
we're from, you're the only one who could solve this kind of problem. You would use your magic to do it.
I oh geez, I know like a little bit of. I don't know if I have anything for this. I can go invisible.
Maybe we can try to speak to him somehow.
Maybe. I don't have any magic for that. I can. He like waves his hand and casts a minor illusion and calls his name a little louder than normal. That's really all I know how to do.
This is a dream, right? Maybe if we just think real hard, maybe we'll pop back.
Ah,
Or
or
like,
maybe he woke up.
Maybe. Is
I
that
mean-
good?
or like shuts his eyes and squints real hard, tries to like manifest Stein in front of him.
If we're
I
gonna
mean, when I fell into that water, whatever this is last time, I just kind of ended up back in that room on the other ship. So maybe he just
you think
went
maybe he's
back there.
just there? We could do the. We can sail back there and check, yeah. Or we can try the manifest thing. I guess we can just try to imagine that he's here. I don't know him the way that you guys know him. What's he like? I just kind of know a little of what he looks like and his name.
He's smart, he's kind, and he's always helping everyone.
Okay.
He's a little bit like half a person.
What do you mean?
Like his personality got, like if you lost half of your personality traits, that's what he's like.
What's the other half like?
The ones that got lost.
Okay. I think Jupe kind of like sits down and crosses his legs and closes his eyes, and he starts to try to like think real hard. He doesn't know how to manifest a person, but he remembers the little bit of time that he was here and calling out in combat and giving him the encouragement here and also back at the other ship. And he's like, okay, Nara says he's smart and he's helpful. Kwaku says that he's a little bit broken. And he just kind of like tries to paint a mental picture of what he was like.
I think give me a. I guess just give me a charisma check.
Well, that's about as good as it gets for me.
Yeah. Now give me a charisma check from regular Jupe.
Oh boy. I gotta remember, I think this might be even worse. Nope. Slightly better.
Hey,
Attaboy.
You feel that there is something resisting you calling Stein to you.
It's weird. I can remember him and it seems to help a little, but he's stuck. There's something in the way.
Okay, but he's not dead. Okay, so that's good.
I think he's somewhere. Maybe let's go check the boat again, yeah.
yeah, she said a good point.
So you guys get onto the reed boats and start trying to head back to your cells.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys start sailing. Stein, you suddenly jerk up, finding yourself in the cave. You can smell the hot, kind of the like damp, moist air from the hot springs surrounding you. It's dark. You can hear the dripping of the waterfalls, and you have a splitting headache.
Oh,
What is your what's your max HP?
my max HP is 62.
Not anymore.
You take 31 points of psychic damage
Jesus.
So from real HP.
from your real HP.
Right. Ow. So half damage, half my HP basically, right?
Yeah.
He checks on Nico real quick. Because he
Uh,
knows Nico stayed out.
Yeah, Nico kind of looks up and sees you wake up and comes over and checks on you.
They were fine last I saw them. And he just kind of pushes his face against Nico's side like a hot compress. My head hurts. Real bad.
He just kind of nuzzles you a little bit.
I have to get back in there. I don't remember the ritual very well. I have to warn them that if they go unconscious, they're going to get hurt. I think maybe like he's bleeding from the nose, as is the psychic damage stigma. And yeah, he's just gonna spend some time figuring out how to get back inside. Because he remembers how the thing was activated. He's just not very well versed with it. I don't think you need achievement, right?
Yep, it's just a little ritual.
Yeah, he's going to take a bit of time and then he's going to try and get back in.
Alrighty. Who do you use it on?
Just myself, I think.
Who's yourself?
Oh. Well, he can only really think of himself.
No, importantly, like whose dream do you target?
Oh. Probably Jupiter's.
Okay.
Once he figures it, he's like realizing, oh, there are multiple targets. They're all asleep. What happens if I incept myself? A dream within a dream. A small part of him is like, I wonder what's it like to be in Nara's dream. And then he's
This guy.
and then he's like and then he's like, that would be ungentlemanly. I'm not a cad. And I have an oath.
I guess could you give me an insight check?
Okay. Insight to continue my fuckless behavior. It's the lowest insight ever rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he goes back to Jupe.
Okay.
That's what they did the first time, right? I think so. They targeted Jupe's dream and
Yeah. You take some time to do the ritual. In that time, it takes about that much time for the rest of them to get back to the cells, and Stein, as you come back into the dream, you find yourself back in that cell.
time to do
Which-
this room again by
Door
myself.
locked. But unfortunately, you were alone, so you can't get out. But everybody else shows up eventually, and you guys are able to let Stein out of his cell.
Aha! I called it.
Nice work. Are you okay?
Hello. Oh goodness. I suppose I'm alright. But if you go unconscious in the dream, it turns out you pop right back up in the real world and take a really big beating in the head area.
Oh no.
So don't do that.
Yeah. Sorry,
No. That's what friends do.
Okay.
Did you? Well, you're all here, so I'm going to assume you won.
No, we all died.
Oh, that's true. When you die, you go back here.
Now we got her. I don't know what that was.
I'm not sure what it was either. Dream space is a strange space.
Do you guys do this a lot?
Oh yeah, we're pros.
Wow.
So do I come back inside with all my things unspent, but with less HP?
No, you have full HP in here.
Oh, I'm back to full?
You're back to full on all your things.
Wow!
Yes, we fight monsters like this a lot. They're just usually not so allegorical.
Allegorical. That means means another thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're a smart kid. You're going to grow up to be a great big nerd.
Does that
No,
mean I
I'm
get
not.
my other stuff back too?
I'm gonna be a cool captain someday.
You already are a cool captain.
Wow. Oh, right, the ship.
You can get a better ship, Jupe, if you don't like the one you have now. You have a cool crew, and they depend on you.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
And guess what? You're very rich. You can buy your own boat.
Really?
A really big one. Yes, you're quite rich.
Like how rich?
Look, I'm not very good with money. This is too much money for me to calculate.
It's got to be a pretty good amount. But I still don't have a cool boat.
No, you've been landlocked for quite a bit. You're trying to.
Landlocked?
Yes, we're adventuring on the land.
I thought you said I was a cool captain with a cool
You
crew.
are a cool captain with a cool crew. They're manning your boat, and you're like, where else do you think you got all this money?
I'm a merchant.
No, you haven't sold. Well, we have sold some things, but we don't stock them. No, don't jump to conclusions.
Yeah, well, right now you're being a little bit more of a crybaby. Hang on. Where's Goldfish?
Let's go fish.
We left Goldfish behind this whole time.
No, Goldfish was doing... Goldfish did something last session. I forget what it was.
Yeah, Goldfish was with Alistair, who I assume is like catatonic.
Yeah.
I think my future boyfriend is dead.
No, I think your future boyfriend tried drinking some of the space water
You don't want to do that.
Don't drink
figure
space
out-
water.
to figure out what it does, and now he's asleep.
But isn't this a dream? Isn't the sleep good?
I don't know what it's like to sleep in a dream.
Huh.
Going unconscious really hurts. Don't
That-
do that.
That's good to know.
We'll need. You know what? Before we leave this place, we should probably rest in it, honestly. It's rather safe.
Like sleep?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. They've all taken quite a bit of a beating, and we don't really have any ability to heal properly. You were our main healer. You're very versed in healing magic.
I'm a healer?
Yeah, one of the best.
And I... Okay.
You saved your aunt, Juno.
What was wrong with her?
Cannons.
But I still... I'm still missing my teeth.
You're on land, and you're trying to find a way to fix that.
I see.
That's why you're on land. You're on a quest to cure it for everyone. It's a noble cause.
Is it a successful cause?
It's a work in progress. Much things in life are works in progress. It's not a state of successful and fails.
I think all the dead people would disagree.
Well, they're not dead yet. You're working on it, and no one else really is.
No one else is?
Not that we know.
Oh, that can't be right.
There's probably people doing it, but if they're not succeeding and you're not succeeding, then at least you're trying to do something.
Huh. Well, I guess I should wake up then, right?
Well, before you do that, we have to save you from the Raggedy Man.
The Raggedy
Ragman.
Man.
Mr. Ragman.
Mr. Ragman.
Jiminy Ragman.
Mr.
Jiminy
Jiminy
Ragman.
Ragman.
He's an awful
Doctor,
soul.
actually.
Dr. Mr. Jiminy Ragman.
He's some sort of fey creature that you've done. I'm not quite sure on the particulars, but you did something with him. And now he's trying to turn you into another Ragman.
A doctor?
And maybe, but a very bad one because this is how Ragmans propagate.
I need a second out of character.
What? Are you?
This
Were you
conversation is fucking ridiculous.
Life's ridiculous, Juve.
Okay. Okay, so
Listen,
I'm
you're
a
the
good
one.
healer.
You're the one.
I'm
You're
a-
the one who did the research. Okay, we only know little.
I'm a good healer, and I'm trying to fix the teeth problem. Nobody else has succeeded, and I was doing okay, and I'm really strong as a healer, but I still haven't fixed the problem. And you guys are helping me, and he's my boyfriend.
This unconscious one drooling. Yes, currently.
I've never
Well,
seen
not
somebody
in
feel
here.
so beautiful.
I know
Wow.
you're. Yes, he does
okay.
everything beautifully.
But there was a Ragman, a doctor named Ragman, who is a bad doctor, and he's trying to make me a bad doctor too, and now I'm dreaming because of that.
It's not
He's
necessarily a
dentist,
doctor.
Actually.
There was that.
Is he?
Yeah, he's a dent. That's why he's obsessed with teeth.
He's a bad dentist, doctor.
I don't remember if the Ragman was.
Totally
Obsessed with
unrelated to
teeth.
the tooth thing, actually, but I like where you're
Yeah.
going.
Let's pull in what we actually know about the Ragman. Apparently, he's a dentist. He's an awful fey rag creature, and he offers you stuff and in exchange, he has to give you terrible fortunes. I think.
I made
There's
a
some-
deal with a dangerous fae.
I think so. You're very desperate to save your aunt.
I
And now
must
you're
have
so
been.
powerful. Yeah, and now you're so powerful. You don't even need to make deals now. It's you've grown.
I made a
Go
deal
quite
for
a bit.
no reason.
No, you needed it at the time.
Huh. Okay.
You're not the kind to make deals out of with no necessity. You're
Oh,
very careful. You're a very careful sort.
I don't know about that. Okay. All right. Well, how
You're
do
not
we,
that careful. You're
how
a
do we
little
get
loud
out? How do
about
we
it.
beat the Dr. Ragman?
We're finding him here, I suppose.
That
we
big
have to
monster
find.
was covered in rags. Is that part of it?
I think it might be a manifestation of the Ragman.
Okay, so maybe we just have to kill a bunch of rag monsters.
And I think they take the
Uh,
form of your nightmares.
They're called ragamuffins.
We have to kill a bunch of ragamuffins.
I could
Right.
use a muffin right now.
No, you
Muffins.
don't want a ragmuffin, though.
First off, let's find a place to hole up and get you all at least sorted. You look hurt.
You guys are able to come sit down, rest. In spite of the fact that this place appears to have been a prison and a holding cell for all of you, it's comfortable and seems to be safe.
This is inside your mind, apparently. And this was where you kept your alley. It's got a big bed, and it's got alchemy things.
Alchemy. Is he a doctor?
Not a doctor, an alchemist.
No, he's a florist.
He's also a florist. He's
Like-
also a tailor,
A doctor, alchemist, florist, tailor,
and a blacksmith,
and a blacksmith,
and a tinkerer.
and a tinkerer.
He's multi-talented.
Wow, he's a nerd, isn't he?
Yes, that word.
Okay. All right. Let's rest then, and then we can go try to find more ragamuffins.
All right. We short rest?
You guys want a short rest or long rest?
If we can long rest, that'd be great.
Oh, I can't. We can't sleep in a dream, right? Is that
We can test it out and see what happens.
okay?
Do you all? There's only one bed, however. I think we can
Oh,
put
that's fine. I'll
everything.
just sleep in the tub.
Is that comfortable to you?
No.
Oh, then don't do it. We can put everything on the floor and have a sleepover.
I'm 8 years old and I'm not supposed to sleep with a bunch of adults.
We'll put you in the bathroom.
Okay,
There's no bathroom. I'm joking.
Yes, you can sleep in the tub.
I can sleep in the tub.
We're going to separate you with these sheets.
We can make it like a little fort. It's adventure sleeping.
Actually, there's a bunch of hammocks. Are you all right with sleeping in a hammock?
I like hammocks.
Yeah, there's one in that room where I was kept in, and there's another one where Nara was kept in.
Okay.
I'm going to sleep in the other hammock because it's untoward to sleep with other people.
Well,
What?
I'll take the bed.
Yes. Do keep an eye on Ali and make sure he wakes up.
You guys are able to settle in for a long rest.
Oh, what long?
I need Big Jupiter to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Is this still the same real world day?
Yes.
Cool. Double checking whether I've used this already. Oh, that's right. I rolled a nat 1. I think I'll not use my nat 1 on this.
Yeah, let's not.
I think instead I'll roll a wisdom save. I think I'll use my inspiration.
You
It's a
would
good
note that
day.
that is just a success.
Oh, okay, then I'll
Okay,
take it.
save the inspiration.
DC is now up to 12.
Oh boy.
Ooh. It's getting up there. You have decent, wisdom saves, but you
Yeah.
can't rely on them.
I don't have the proficiency yet. I get that later.
You don't have proficiency. Oh, what
No,
a
because my
weirdo.
first level is rogue.
What a strange boy.
You guys are able to rest, recover. You get all of your hit points back. Get all of your
Oh my
resources
goodness.
back.
Blessed day.
Sweet.
My long rest resources, they're all back.
Fully topped off.
My hit
Oh my
points
God, it's been so long.
are so low. Unbelievably low. I don't know how they're this low. How many levels do I have?
I took the average.
There's no way. Hang on.
I did. I
Max
promise.
at level 1, and then the average.
Holy shit. Well, it's off by 1 somehow. That's kind of weird. But you're right. That is just the average. How is it so low?
What's wrong? What do you mean?
It just feels really low. 8 levels of a D8 class with +2 con? I thought I would be at 70 or 80 by now, but I guess I am just bad at math. Bad at estimation.
Yeah, that is weird. Oh, it's not just that. Drake has extra rules where you have an extra.
That's right. That's why. It's because we normally add an extra, it's 8 for a medium
8.
critter?
Yeah, extra 8
you're
for
totally
medium.
right. I should have had
Yeah.
that.
It's totally fine.
It's right, yeah. I had an extra 6 because I was small.
Yeah, the only reason it felt odd is because I'm so used to that. There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah,
That puts
tack
me
that on. There.
much better.
Does that feel better? Good. My maximum HP was reduced by 10 because of my deal
Oh, jeez.
with Tanker Bell. Twinkerbell. I trained myself in water. Not water.
Just water.
In water.
Let me show you the ways of being wet.
I do it in water vehicles. There we go. So we're looking.
Be like water.
They
forget the
forget
original
how
line.
to sew. Get all these hit dice back. My mana is back to 4 again. Oh, and my key point should be back to 9. Okay. Right. Off we go to find the rag person.
Jimothy,
Ragman.
Dr. Ragman.
Dr. Jimothy Ragman.
Is he a real doctor?
I don't think he's a real doctor.
No,
Jim.
he got his degree at University of Phoenix.
There's a university just for phoenixes?
It's a very small population there.
Bird doctors.
Didn't seem like a bird.
You guys go hop back in the ships and begin setting sail. Is there anything you guys are looking for in particular, or are you just kind of like
Love.
heading back up?
We're keeping an eye out for more ragamuffins. Gotta find anything that looks interesting where a rag monster might hide.
You're sailing.
I have a pretty good idea. I think I know one of the spots where the ragmuffin might be hiding.
Where's that?
Mm-hmm.
I just start poking Jupe in the chest. Come out of there. Come out of there. Get out.
Wait,
I know you're a rag. I know you're in there.
I thought I would. Wait, am I a ragman?
Well, he's inside your dreams.
We gotta get him out of me. What do we
Yeah,
do?
we're currently
out.
Do we
inside
have to,
your
like,
dreams.
cut it open?
Spit him out. Spit that ragman out.
I tried. It's not coming.
Well, that didn't work, Kohaku.
I tried.
Nara, fix Nico's HP.
Yeah.
Play 2 characters.
Don't let him tell you what to do. Tell him to eat your grits, okay? Don't. If you don't want to fix his HP, you don't have to.
Yeah, just let him die. It's fine. I only died for him once.
I think twice, actually.
This is the second time already.
Once when he was trying to be like stolen.
Yeah.
This boy will be the death of me.
All right. You guys start heading off. Stein, give me a water check, and Jupiter, give me a water vehicles check.
Do.
Trained with water.
I studied water in university.
It's 12.
Stein, you have a bit of a hard time controlling this thing. You understand how to like steer and sail a basic ship. It's a lot harder in 3 dimensions.
Whoa, how do you make it go up or down?
Jupiter, this is basically second nature to you. You're able to start sailing swiftly and helping guide Stein and the other ship. It takes you guys a little bit, but you start to see kind of looming up ahead of you is what appears to be some kind of like large galleon that you seem to be kind of approaching from the back. So you can see there's a big kind of balcony off of the back where you presume the captain's quarters would be, and there's waves kind of trailing off behind it. and kind of hanging from behind it, there is a very thick, long chain, and attached to it, there appears to be just like a floating, kind of gnarled, crooked hand.
What's that supposed to be?
Do I recognize the ship?
You would recognize that as the flotilla.
Oh, home, sort of, kind of. It's part of the flotilla.
Oh, okay.
Not part of, but is the flotilla.
Oh, it's the whole flotilla.
Okay. I've been on it only once.
It's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool people there. It's where I studied. It's where I'm learning. It's where I learned what the word, I forget which word it was.
That's okay. I tip Ali onto his side so he doesn't drown and drool.
For all of you guys except for Jupiter, you guys would be aware that the Ragman is going to be using whatever bits of Jupiter's like dreams and memories he can to kind of protect itself. So you imagine that if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be somewhere kind of deep in Jupiter's mind, surrounded by whatever Jupiter's fears or anxieties, anything that it could use against you guys.
We tell you this.
Oh.
In a very bedside manner sort of way.
So we just have to think about all the things that make me anxious.
I don't think you have to do that physically. I think they just kind of loom in your mind.
I see. Well, I mean...
Can
we
you name
already-
some?
Yeah, we already did the Inkanyamba and my teeth falling out and my mom. I guess we could look for Gatsby maybe, or my dad. I don't know where to even start on that one.
Oh, your
Gats-
dad's a pig.
Yeah, he is. You know him?
No, it's what we heard.
From me?
No, from someone else. I can't quite remember. I think it was Hecate.
Who?
No,
Hecate.
Hecate.
Someone else knows my dad?
No, in character, it wasn't Hecate.
It's the
it was
archivist.
yeah.
Archivist.
The archivist. Yeah, that's the demon thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you asked a demonic creature, and it told you that your father was currently a pig somewhere.
So let me get
It might
this
be a
straight.
me- it might
I
be a
made
metaphor.
deal with
It-
a Fae, Ragman, and a devil?
Well, not a deal so much as you asked it questions. It's its job. It's an
I
archivist.
consorted with a devil?
Well, consorted is such a foul word.
We get around a lot.
Do I get around a lot?
Not physically.
I thought I was a good healer. It sounds like
You are
I'm
a good
just
healer.
good at making deals with terrible things.
Oh, this had nothing to do with healing. This
I
was
must-
you wanting to find out what happened to your father.
It got that bad, huh?
Do you want to know his name?
Do you know his name?
Did Juke tell us his name or just Alistair? That's the thing. Because if he told us, then like Atropos was probably gossiping and told us as well.
I don't remember. I don't
You
remember
don't
who
remember-
all I've told.
Come on,
Oh,
Juke!
for the record, I do know Nara was there for that whole conversation. He like
Oh, yeah.
awkwardly watched that entire fight.
Yeah. If you didn't tell us, Stein would have said, like, do you want to know his name? But Ali has said Cosmo several times. just in kind of earshot, and I don't know if we can tell what that means.
I mean, bare minimum, Nara knows everything.
bare
He
minimum
heard the
knows.
conversation. Yeah. Well,
Would not remember.
oh, that's up to you.
That is up to you. Is Nara's memory as bad as yours?
I hope not.
What's his wisdom / intelligence at?
I'm a ranger. Of course, it's not
Yeah,
terrible.
good with names.
I think my wisdom and my charisma are like -1.
Oh my god, you're a ranger!
I'm sure wisdom
I'm
-1.
special. Wait, no, it's 0. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, it's not -1.
Oh boy.
This is how you know. He didn't even look at it and assume it was negative.
I cannot complain at all. I'm doing this on bones, but still wild. Anyway, up to you whether Nara remembered that or not. He was there for that whole argument, and it was the first time that Jupiter ever had like a weird outburst like that. So
Yeah. Out of character, I can't remember.
Cosmos. It's Cosmos.
Cosmos.
Okay.
You just said it.
Nara would bring it up, and he would say, "I believe it was Cosmos."
It's a stupid name. Do you know his? Do you know his last name? So I am.
Was that mentioned in front of Nara?
I don't
No.
think so. I think out of character, I don't know his last name either.
Yeah.
I don't recall, but I wouldn't say it's a dumb name. Cosmos is
Stupid
cool.
name. Stupid name. He's a pig now.
That's a flower, isn't it? Cosmos?
Yeah, and also it's the universe.
The what?
Yeah, like all of it together.
Oh, I never heard that term for it before. I thought it was just called the world.
Well, the world is the planet, the rock that we're on.
You are a little know-it-all, aren't you?
No.
Just pats his head. Keep it
Okay.
up.
Well, if we want to find a monster and it's living in my anxieties, then I guess we got to go find Cosmos, probably. If it got bad enough that I talked to a demon to find out his name? What am I doing? What am I doing? That's not adventure stuff.
It is actually quite adventurous stuff. I mean, it's awful stuff, but, you know, desperation calls for things.
Adventurers aren't desperate. They're cool. They
Well-
help people.
It's not. Part of it could be desperation, but also everything worth in life of obtaining is worth a little bit of risk.
And sacrifice.
I guess, though. It's a demon, though. It's a demon.
I could not speak for what was in your mind when you did that. All I
must have
know
been
is that,
real pissed.
yeah, we're just here to support you in your terrible life choices.
Sorry for all the terrible life choices.
It's alright. This is one of the, like this. You did this to save your aunt, you know,
Do
before you were good at magic.
do I do anything to help you guys?
All the time, you heal us, you keep us
Well,
alive,
sure,
and then you complain about it.
You're really good at like omens. You could like, I think you could talk like to the cosmos, like
Oh,
the stars.
no. Is there anything wrong with my eyes?
What? No. Oh, if it's anything like Astra, no.
What do
You
you do?
mentioned Astra.
You do wear big glasses, like bigger than mine. They
Yes.
actually have lenses in them, so maybe.
Okay, all right. Right, I'm gonna have to wear glasses. Okay.
But,
But
no,
I-
you've been a very helpful and good friend in the time I've known you, and you also tell me that my cooking is good, even though I know you can't really taste it. And you know what? That means a lot.
Astra, you guys know about Astra?
A bit, not
I'm-
a lot.
I'm not like her.
Oh no, you say she's crazy all the time.
Oh, thank God.
But then you do say some wild stuff. Like cosmos, the universe and all that.
That's not wild. That's just a fact. That's
Space wild.
No, that's just how the universe works. It's called the cosmos. It's a word.
Wild. The cosmos is a flower, Jude.
Okay.
So
Yeah, but flower
it's also
is
the cosmos.
Words, two different words can be different, even though they
Well,
sound the
that's
same.
confusing, Jude. Why would they name one thing the same thing as another thing?
I don't know. Hey, did you know that your name means like 7 different things?
What, Stein?
Stein.
It's a cup.
It is a cup, but it's also a U.
I'm named after a cup, I'm pretty sure. We're all named after vessels that hold things.
Jupiter, does a 21 hit you?
Oh no!
Jesus Christ.
What Jupiter specific?
Yeah, that
we're talking and this arrow just shoots through his chest.
You hear a kind of shrill feminine voice say, "Oranges!" And an orange hits you in the side of the cheek.
What?
Oranges.
Oranges?
Oranges!
I look over. Who's throwing
Who's
oranges
eat
at
your
me?
oranges, boy?
Not on hot.
And you guys see it as you
I
begin
just
to
had
sail up
lines.
close to the hand. You see an old, haggard woman, massive earrings, and a big staff, and she starts pelting
no.
you all with oranges.
Oh no. I'm not gonna get scurvy. I just had lines.
Then she says, "Actually, they're tangerines."
You have limes? You have to get that checked.
No,
I think he's right.
the other line.
Tangerines!
Okay, guys, I think we just have to eat the oranges, or she's gonna keep doing this.
I'm afraid to inform you that you're both incorrect. These are Tangelo.
She's crazy. She's fucking crazy, man. You just gotta eat it.
Well, it's free tangerines. Never turn one down. He's
You're
peeling
not
one.
eating it. All right, all right.
I like the outsides, but what do you do with the pulp in the middle?
Eat it too.
Oh, disgusting.
This old woman tosses down a ladder off the side of this massive wooden hand. She's kind of like standing up on top of the palm of it, and the fingers are all kind of like curled up like little spires.
Interesting. Should we get on?
Yeah. Watch your step.
Let's tie off these ships. Don't want them to drift off like last time. I mean boats. These are little boats, not ships. Stein just wall runs up the ship.
Naturally.
Yeah, you see this kind of haggard-looking tabaxi woman, but as you guys are kind of like climb up, you can see her entire figure now. You see that upper body appears to be a tabaxi hag, kind of looks like like you've seen her before. Kind of dark skin, kind of this bluish black skin, just wrinkles all over, starry kind of eye, and one fully kind of scarred over, glassed over eye. But her lower body is like a big chicken.
Oh,
She's got chicken feet.
oh.
Is
That normal?
Is this normal?
No.
Okay.
I don't think any of you guys know that this is normal because you haven't seen Astra before.
Right.
But I mean, as far as Little Jupe is concerned, this is normal.
I was gonna say, right. Is
Oh
this
god.
is this like a thing that she just does sometimes, is show up with a half chicken body?
This is not real Astronormal, but this is Dream Astronormal.
I see. I understand. Okay.
So she's a chicken tar in this.
Essentially, yeah. And you see that she's currently sitting on a big, like, cluster of little Tangelos.
Just eat her eggs. It makes her feel better, and she'll leave us alone.
I have to hatch them.
Yes.
What?
Yes, all right.
What?
Yes, they're hatching. We're warming and we're hatching and we're eating. Warming and hatching and eating. Yes, all right, Astra.
We're
Was this-
eating her eggs.
I
Was this
guess.
part? Was this part of your training?
Eat that woman's eggs.
Sometimes it's hard to tell where the training stops and where her psychoses begin.
Listen here, you little shit. I'll have you know I'm sharp as a tack.
Oh yeah, well then explain centrifugal force.
Centrifugal force is the force exerted by a object in motion in a rotation.
Sort of around a central point, like a planet in orbit around another planet.
That's right.
Or a moon.
So confused. Like, what is these words?
Okay, she really is a philanthropist.
What? No, that's definitely not true. She's
Just
just
a planetologist.
It's not a planetologist. It's an astrologist.
A philosopher.
Nope. Maybe.
Look, potatoes.
Where?
She points and there's a little chest of overflowing with potatoes.
Are those safe to eat? Or are those more of your eggs?
Those are safe to eat.
Astra, we're looking for rag monsters. Ragamuffins.
Ragman.
Ragman. Dr. Jimothy Ragman. Do you know where we can find them? Yeah?
What?
I almost fucking
We're
spit
looking
hot
for
chocolate out my
monsters that are
nose.
wrapped in rags. Do you know anything about them, Astra? Are you gonna... Can you teach me something useful?
Only oranges. Only the oranges can teach you.
I pick another one up. You heard her.
Fine. Alright. I grab more oranges and I start peeling them. What do we have to do? Do we eat the oranges? Do we peel them? Do we hatch them?
Do you love the oranges?
No, they're...
How
No.
are you supposed to love yourself if you can't love this orange?
Why would I love the orange? There's
Orange.
better citrus.
The orange is a representation of your mind.
Cool.
The
So
problem
it's
with
like
you-
less adequate than other mines? Like there are cooler mines out there that taste better?
The problem with you, Jupiter, is that everything in your life is just an orange.
It's always just second best. You should listen to this one.
Well,
It's true. You are
she-
a bit of a Debbie Downer.
She starts taking out the oranges from this pile underneath her and starts handing them to Kohaku.
I'm eating the peels.
I've seen
Can I
what
get a few of them?
happens when
One by
you're
one.
the best and you just get bumped down to second best anyway, so why bother?
She just keeps handing them to Kohaku till his arms are full.
She's just going to keep giving you those oranges.
I'm moving as fast as I can.
Well, you're going to have to eat faster.
It means their best was not good enough for you, and your best is better than theirs. So you start a new one.
I don't
Sometimes
kinda
what
started doing
you, well, sometimes what you want is what limits you.
it. So I just got to, what, settle? For the
No, you
breed boat?
you go better. Like I said, you have money now. You could start a new thing.
Can I ask a question?
Of course.
How old am I?
I don't know. I don't ask a gentleman his age.
Can I ask another question?
No.
How many teeth do I have?
Let's see. How many did he have
1,000.
last time? How many did he lose, rather?
2. He has lost his second tooth.
You just lost your second tooth.
Fuck. Well, nice, I guess. I understand why I'm desperate now. Alright. Sure, let me eat the oranges. Yum, this orange is the tastiest orange I've ever had.
Is it?
No.
You're just throwing away all the vitamin parts.
I look at Kohaku and I grab a piece of the skin and I just start chewing it like leather. Orange leather. Yum.
It's the only good part.
What's a vitamin? Oh, can you not taste sweet?
It's the little angels that live in certain food.
Oh, God's blessings.
Yeah, it's God's blessings that help your humors. No, I think
An
it's
excellent
technically
humor.
some sort of a rock.
Reading rocks. Like salt.
Like
Salt's
salt.
a rock, right?
Yeah, salt is a rock.
I know that much.
Water's a rock.
Water is not a rock.
Sure it
That's a
is.
lie.
Water's a rock. We're just used to seeing it in the molten form.
Do you understand where the Raggedy Man is now?
No, I haven't learned anything, Astra. I never do.
Oh, gee. You're still getting like deeply frustrated. You eat the oranges, and then you love the oranges, and then you understand.
Oranges. I understand the oranges.
The Raggedy Man is hiding in the place that took away your optimism.
I attack the nearest orange. I shoot my gun at the nearest orange.
Gatsby was chosen. You mentioned.
The orange gets shot and kind of bursts into a bunch of different slices.
Nope, not there.
I think I know where he is.
Where?
Do you think you can find your memory where your captain chose Gatsby?
Yeah. Yeah, I could try to find the ship.
That's probably where he is. It seems to be at the forefront of your issues, I'd say. You have many of them. But like you said, you know what it's like to be the best and be given second anyway. Why try? That's where you lost your luster.
No, 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 no.
Oranges,
Oranges.
right? Well,
He
we'll
is
take
wise.
we'll take a bunch of them with
I'll-
us.
I'll take some oranges just in case she's right. I'll grab like 3 oranges and tuck them under my arm. Like, okay.
She takes a very large orange and she like holds it up very like
It's a large
right in
orange.
your face as it gets real close. One like glassy blue eye staring at you intently, Stein. The oranges. Understand.
I'm
Love
afraid
the
I don't know.
oranges.
I love the orange, yes. Just don't hurt me.
They exist. And then they don't.
I think
That's
you
true.
have to kiss the orange. Like a lover.
Mwah. Well, like, I can't have lovers. I took an oath.
It's an orange.
But if I love the orange, how will I eat it?
Sometimes if you love something, you have to eat it.
You understand. And she throws the orange at you. I have nothing left to teach.
What? Astra, what? What about, like, the basics of illusion magic? Or principle, like, divination?
Oh, poppycock. You can learn that anywhere.
No, I can't. I understand why I'm on the land
No.
now. I know why I'm a merchant. I get it. I understand.
You're not a
gonna-
merchant. You're not a merchant, I promise.
I'm gonna bop him on the head with my scabbard. She's
You're
your
doing
sensei.
it.
Respect. Show some respect.
She's not a sensei. She's out of her mind. She's an old kook who tells the weather right sometimes.
You show respect anyway.
I give her just the bitingest over the top bow, and I take an orange. You know what? I do love this orange, and I am gonna eat it somewhere else.
I imagine when you said, like, sometimes you have to eat what you love, Alistair just goes, heh.
Probably.
You know, I've heard that when life gives you oranges, you make mimosas.
What's in mimosa?
It's an adult
What's it?
drink that you'll learn about later.
Oh, I can't wait. I love adult drinks.
There is a, as you kind of like haunt Astra for a moment, you do see a couple of heads poking their way up out of from a staircase, and a handful of like young teenagers who give you dirty looks. Jupe.
What? What do you want? I'm leaving.
You should respect our teacher.
Well, she doesn't teach us anything.
See, son.
Apparently I'm not a CSUN, okay? So just fucking drop it. I'm figuring out my name.
What is a CSUN?
It's when when you don't know what your name is because your dad's a pig and he fucks your mom and then fucks off to the ocean. You're the
Does your
CSUN.
mother not have like a name?
Yeah, I mean she does, but you don't really normally take your mom's name.
You take your father's.
Yeah. Unless you don't have one.
Do you want to be Jupiter Piggy? now?
No. No, I sure don't.
The kids all start laughing. And
Why
start saying,
did
Jupiter
you
Piggy,
say
Jupiter
it?
Piggy, Jupiter Piggy.
I throw the orange at Stein and I like run out half crying.
I'm so sorry. I thought you didn't like your father.
Is it better not to have a father, or is it better to have a father willing to execute you and your sibling over a raw sense of duty?
Chasing after Jupiter. I think you have to know that what your father's doing is trying to save your flotilla.
What? Do you know that?
I don't know why else would he be where he is.
There are CSUNs all over the place. There's terrible people that just take what they want and don't give a shit.
And become a pig.
They already were one.
Maybe he was trying to save the flotilla too, and then Cersei turned him into a pig.
Maybe. Would have been nice for him to say something about it.
Maybe he was empiggined before he could say anything.
It's a funny word.
Empiggined?
Pagan.
I made it up. And, some people have difficulties telling people how they feel. They'd rather leave, save them the trouble of knowing that they're going to a mission they might not return from. I don't know if that was what your father was like. I try to think of people as... I try to find the best in people before I start thinking they did the worst.
Fuck. Where's real Jupiter's sheet? Hang on.
I know I can't speak for what you went through. I can only hope that people are better than, what they may be.
I don't know exactly what the connection is here between Dream Little Jupe and Real Outside Jupe. Is Real Outside Jupe getting any of this, even subconsciously?
Not exactly. So, essentially, how do I explain this? You guys are currently in a dream, in kind of like a pocket dimension created by Jupiter's dreams.
Right.
All of the creatures that exist here are fake creatures that are made up from the bits of memory and emotions and other such things that Jupiter has experienced,
including
like
Little
actors,
Jupe, if I had to guess,
including Little Jupe.
Right.
Things that happen here do have a light impact on real Jupe, but it's very mild. It is not like a fully symbiotic, one-for-one kind of relationship.
It's like subconscious.
Right, Big Jupe has much more influence than anything that happens in here.
Okay. Okay, all right.
He'll still get little bits and pieces of it, but for instance, if Little Jupe as the kind of embodiment of a lot of Jupe's younger memories and stuff was to die or be removed, Jupe wouldn't lose those memories.
Sure. What I'm ultimately fishing for is if any part of the conversation that just happened makes its way to real Jupe subconscious.
Very, very lightly.
Understood. Okay. Little
Saying
Jupe,
there's a chance.
Little Jupe internalizes this a bit. 8 years old. Okay, yeah. He internalizes it a bit. I don't think it means as much to him as it will eventually to real Jupe.
Hmm.
But he's like, all right, fine. Maybe he was, right? Maybe he was doing this to, help us, right? Maybe he just didn't want us to get hurt if he didn't make it. Although it still kind of hurts.
Hmm. After all, your mother was sick as well,
Yeah,
wasn't she?
yeah.
I can see that as being a reason why he'd leave and try and fix it. Before
Shouldn't
it
it
could
be a
get worse.
reason that he stays?
Hope is a dangerous thing. I suppose he hoped that he could fix it and then come back, and then he wouldn't have to lose anyone.
And instead, he spent all of that time trying to fix something he couldn't fix.
Or
And he
became a pig.
abandoned all the people that needed him along the way.
Don't call it abandonment if he's trapped.
I don't know what else to call it. He could have
I
stayed.
mean,
Stolen.
sometimes you make decisions in the heat of the moment, and the outcome is not what you intended.
Yeah, like a little bastard kid who has to live without a dad because you couldn't keep it in your fucking pants. Sorry, I don't know if you know more than I do here, but I don't... He hasn't helped me any. Maybe he thought he could, but I don't...
He
I don't-
failed us. He failed you, is what we're getting at.
Yeah, me and Mom.
Ow.
You guys start to notice that some of Little Jupe's clothing is starting to kind of tatter a little bit.
Oh no, your clothes.
Am I
They're getting all raggedy.
am I the Ragman? Is this working? Are we getting a
I think-
monster?
I don't know, I think it's what he's feeding on.
I take one of my 3 oranges and I shoot it again.
Do you love the orange?
I need to take 60 seconds and figure out what that means. Give me a second.
Do you love the orange or not?
Very simple question.
Yeah, think about it. You don't love the orange.
What is the orange? What is the orange? What is the orange? I can't think of any way to parse this question other than, does Jupe love the idea of clinging to a senseless hope that makes no sense to him? And I have to throw that to a save. I don't think he's firm enough one way or the other to not put this to some dice, so give me a second.
Nice.
You know what? Right now in this moment, I think Jupe loves this orange. I think that it's equal parts fear and love. But I think that he does love the idea that there may be some senseless hope that explains all of the problems away, even though it doesn't make sense to him.
Okay.
Does the orange love you back?
I think it's just an orange.
I think it's just an orange. But you guys do see that the kind of like tattering of some of his clothes kind of seems to stop.
Oh, it's working.
The orange is a metaphor. I don't really understand what's happening, but the oranges help. So I guess... Are we far from Astra? How far have we got? We're like right
She
outside
knows,
the classroom,
yeah.
right? Whoa! There's a whole map.
Yeah.
Oh my god. God bless the line tool in the new beta.
For real.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks for making this a ship design that I had to have a map for. By the
You're
way,
welcome.
this was really fun.
Hand ship.
But yeah, you guys can. So this is the size of the ship. She's like on the upper deck. You guys kind of walked away, so she's like within earshot. But it's also like a decent sized ship, so
All right.
you know you can have a hushed conversation without her, you know, like listening in necessarily.
Jupe straightens up his back and puffs his chest out a little bit and wipes his eyes. And he storms back down the stairs. He looks the students and Astra back in the eye. You know what? This piggy does love oranges, and I'm taking more. And I grab like 4 more oranges. Also, they help me not turn into the ragman, so I'm gonna. Then he like scoops up 7 or 8 into his shirt, and then he runs off before he gets too flustered.
She comes over and with her little like crooked, like really, she's got this staff that has it's kind of like the root ball at the top. So it's just this big gnarled little like cluster of wood. She uses it and smacks the bottom of your shirt to make some of the oranges spill out.
Hey!
You have to love the oranges. The oranges don't stop the ragman.
Why did you whisper it?
As if I don't know.
I look to the other students like, you see what I'm dealing with?
They all seem enraptured and fully understand
Oh
every
my
word that she was saying.
God. Okay. Alright. Okay. Where do I find the ragman?
You have to understand. The oranges. To the enemy.
I shot like 3 of them. It didn't help.
Hey, youth, I hate it. She just wanders off.
I pick up
Your
7 or 8
youth,
oranges.
I hate it.
Yeah.
Your youth,
Great.
I hate it.
Thanks again, Astra. I pick up 7 or 8 oranges. I stuff them in my shirt and I run off.
Atta boy, Jupiter. We'll find that ragman and destroy him, and you'll be with us again.
Okay, well, I guess let's go find the ship with Captain Kalani and maybe Gatsby on it. Shouldn't be too far.
As you guys are okay, heading or kind of looking, preparing to leave potentially, you do see kind of like off in the distance, kind of approaching towards the galleon is another ship. This one large, beautiful, majestic, and trailing behind it on a wrapped in a massive net appears to be a huge sea beast of some kind.
Oh,
It's got a big shell, but kind of like it's almost got like a turtle-like shell, but then instead of like a normal like turtle back legs and tail, it has almost like a lobster tail.
oh,
Ugh. Is that Kalani's ship?
It seems to be, and at the helm you can see Gatsby.
Ah, well, speak of the devil.
And they seem to be heading towards the galleon that, as you guys have approached now, you can see is not the size of a galleon. It is roughly the shape of a galleon, but is probably miles wide and long.
Jesus.
wow.
Yeah, that's where all the ships go. That's the ship's helm. Well, let's go do it before these oranges go bad.
you guys are heading off to the or kind of following Gatsby towards the flotilla.
Yeah.
All right, guys, pop into the your little sailing boats and start to head off. And as you guys begin to approach, you see that this interpretation of the flotilla in Jupe's mind, it's almost looks like one of those really cool like art sculptures where people will like take different like gears and bits of metal from like old bikes and other bits and bobs and stuff, and will like weld them into a sculpture of some kind.
Yeah.
Except this appears to be a galleon made out of like smaller sailing ships and other like even like a smaller galleon, and then some I think it's not an arquebus. The ship that you guys first entered, Bono's ship.
Oh, the covered ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking
Starts
about.
with an A, I think. But yeah, and then there's little like pontoon boats and other things that have been all like kind of grafted together to create this massive floating galleon. You can see like masts and ropes and like rigging that have been set up to create little like balconies and pathways that kind of weave through the ships. It's just a huge city structure essentially.
Hell yeah.
And as you guys begin to approach, you can see the kind of balcony off the back of it is actually like a dock. And you can see other ships have started to come into like port there. And yeah, you can start to approach. You set up next to one of the docks, and you can see that in addition to just being made out of, even though the like external structure seems to be made out of like these grafted ships, you can see that the internals of this galleon are made up of all sorts of different materials. The dock itself seems to be very reminiscent of some kind of like a desert city or desert port, something that Jupe would recognize as being very inspired by a lot of the Iron Sand cities. So it's a lot of like very square, smooth sandstone buildings, all of which have various bits of draped cloth to create kind of overhangs and areas of shade. It's all very colorful and bright. And I believe that's where we'll pick up next week as
Hell
you guys enter the flotilla.
It's time. We're
And-
going to go beat up Gatsby.
Wow.
Yeah, notably, this is not how the flotilla looks when I was on it, right? This is
That's
his
correct.
dream version.
Yeah, this is very, very different from the actual flotilla. This is very... Jupe's kind of dream version is very kind of like an amalgamation created to make essentially kind of like a fortress of some kind.
It's cool.
Whereas the actual flotilla is essentially just a bunch of ships that all kind of like dock and connect together.
Yeah.
It's much more like wide as opposed to vertical. And also the flotilla itself is all like separate ships and all ships that can like pull apart, as opposed to the flotilla, which can, or the flotilla can all pull apart, but this dream flotilla can't.
Yeah.
It seems to all have been like mashed together into one solid permanent structure.
I think I've solved Jupe's problem.
Oh, yeah?
Jupe is being killed by his own apoplectic dissatisfaction. You know, it's just like you give him something, and it's like, oh, but it's not lime. Limes are better.
Definitely contributing factor for sure.
Yeah, it's like, he's just never satisfied with anything he's given. And it explains why he's into Alistair, who's like everything. Perfect.
Boy, there's a whole lot more going on there, but we'll get to that, I'm sure.
And Alistair needs a project.
As we've established, yeah, he needs a
As we've
temporary project.
established.
He
He
needs
needs a
something low
temporary project.
commitment.
Who said that? I remember it was said by someone. One of Drake's things.
It was
Iwatani?
well, it's the Kitsune lady.
Yeah.
Whose name I
Iwatani.
forget.
Seven Tails Suzuka.
Oh, Seven-Tailed
that's the one.
Suzuka. Yeah, we were all given, like, I think it was private things, so we didn't hear this.
Yeah. Everybody got their own personal roast.
I just need a non-committal project. Oof. Seven-Tailed Suzuka is so fucking cool.
Yeah, they were.
Do you guys think the Jabberwock is like a long lost uncle of Sheesh?
You know,
Maybe.
you think it's Jabberwock Kazban?
Could be, I don't know. Be Jabberwock Baba. Bayaba.
Look at Dumb and D. Look at these. Look at these.
Egghead.
He's like, I
Oh,
always
speak-
gravitate toward Cheslaw and Tancred.
Yeah, Tankard is so hot.
It's so hot. It's so lazy. Look at Giuseppe.
I'm so glad that face.